cool. So I'm gonna hit record here in wait, let me make sure that this this one's recording. I'm gonna hit record here in 3, 2, 1.
Please take your seats. School is now in session.
Welcome to Homeschool Podcast.
Homeschool.
The Homeschool Podcast. Why? Because he was homeschooled.
It's time to document the journey.
It's Homeschool Podcast. We're back. Welcome back, everybody. I'm Agostino Zoida. I'm the host of Homeschool Podcast, and you're tuning in for another episode of going over some of the Oscar nomination. And the Oscar goes to, that's this segment which I've been doing for a couple months now. Every now and then I sneak one in there, and you were on the first one, James. We started at 1973 going over the Oscar nominations and winners, and I am now up to 2003.
That's
so
crazy.
30 years. I went over 30 years of Oscars so far in previous episodes, and so we're back. Are you drinking a Tecate, bro?
I'm drinking a liquid death. A liquid death.
What is that? Is that beer?
It's water. No, it's a.
Oh, I know
like
that brand.
Flavor water.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. You know, because of the
best commercials.
transparency, because of your background, it turns red because of the.
Yeah, it's actually a green can. It's the severed lime, which is one of my favorites.
It looked like Tecate with the writing and because it was red. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm digging my new. I just got a new laptop, everybody. So bear with me. I'm dealing with it, but I am digging it. My laptop was so outdated that I couldn't do backgrounds like this before. But it did just fall.
He was like giving praise to the laptop, and the X laptop came and shoved it. Like, what are you doing with her?
New laptop. Fuck you and your new bitch. No, it didn't help that my laptop prop right now is a bunch of pillows because I'm in my house. As I was saying before we started recording, I usually record downstairs in the podcast studio, which is in the garage. It's too hot today. It's actually a nice, cool night. I'm right by the window of my house, and I got the house to myself. It's just me and the dog. So you might have different audio than you're used to. You have different background that you're used to, but I kind of like it. And
it's cool.
And you also may hear my dog panting in the background, which it's not hot in here. We just came back from a walk and he exaggerates. Like that's
yeah.
He's also stressed out because his mom just left. So
well, hopefully she'll be back soon.
Yeah, in a few days. All right. So we left off in 2003. Before we begin, everybody, thank you for tuning into Homeschool Podcast. We know you get a lot of options for podcasts, and we appreciate you being here for over 440 episodes. And I got to try to get creative. I try to mix things up like this. Every now and then we go over the nominations. We briefly touch on, what was nominated, what won. Do we agree with it? It goes by fast. And besides that, guys, here's what I got coming up. I got nothing until August 31st. All right. And I'm very proud of that. I'm very happy to not be traveling. It is so expensive to travel right now. It's so crowded that every plane is full. They're all getting canceled. It's just too expensive to fly. So I am not, I mean, if a comedy club hit me up and said, can you do this date? And the money was right, I'll do it, but I am taking July and most of August off. So August 31st, I will be in Little Rock, Arkansas. So August 31st through September 4th, Little Rock, Arkansas. After that, I got Omaha and Lincoln, Nebraska. It's Omaha on September 15th, Lincoln, Nebraska on September 17th. After that, I just locked in a date. I'm going back to Boston on October 15th, which I'm excited about because I'm going to try to get out to a Patriots game again. So that's all the dates I got for you guys right now. And that's it. Let's go ahead and start this episode. You ready, James?
I'm ready.
You got any dates you want to plug?
I am going to Texas with Darren Carter. Darren Carter and I are doing 3 shows in Texas, the 28th, 29th, and 30th, San Antonio, Texas.
Oh,
so we'll be there. Yeah.
What club?
Uptown Comedy Club.
Uptown Comedy in San Antonio. That's gonna be a good time, dude. And it was what were the dates?
28th, 29th, and 30th of July.
Oh, at the end of this month. Awesome.
Yeah.
And awesome. Go see him and Darren Carter. That's gonna be a fucking great show. So if you guys are in San Antonio, Go check him out. I haven't been to San Antonio yet, so
I'll get you hooked up. I know the club owner. That's why we're doing that. So I'll get you hooked
but
up.
that's not what I was gonna say. I was gonna say since you guys haven't been able to see me yet, go watch these guys. Him and Darren are gonna put on a great show. But yeah, hook me up.
And then we'll get Agostino out there and we'll hook it up. Yeah, heck yeah.
Okay, so then don't go see them. Wait till I come.
No, go see us and then come see us again with it'll see me and Agostino.
That's what they do. You can go build your fan base, bro. And then when I go, I'll take you, and then we got more tickets.
There you go. Exactly right.
All right, you guys, we're talking about 2003 Oscar nominations. Let's just start at Best Picture. All right. And I like talking movies with you, James. I think that you're insightful. I think you have a lot of knowledge on movies and TV shows. Yeah. When we did this, the sitcomics thing, that was fun. And there's, you probably know a lot more than me. Not only you're slightly older than me, not by much, but I
just turned 41 yesterday, believe it or not.
No way. Congrats, dude.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
I did not know that.
Nobody would guess that when I did a show on Saturday and I was like, hey, my birthday's tomorrow. How old do you guys think I am? I was like, oh, I don't know, like 33, maybe 35. And I was like, yes, keep that baby face.
I would have said 38. So we're both July babies. I'm about to be 34 at the end of July.
I thought you were younger than that. I thought you were like 28 for some reason.
Yeah, I thought you were 38.
There you go. So we're both bad at math. There you go.
Yeah. So I think that there's definitely some things that I never got around to seeing because I was too young, and then when I was old enough to like care, I just kind of wasn't interested anymore. You know what I mean? There are things like that. So I like it when you're here. You're just like, bro, you should watch that one, and you've been right. You've been right about a lot of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what I want to do today is at least get 2003 talked about. I don't know if we'll have time to do another year, but I also want to briefly talk about the upcoming Oscars because not that it's too early, but I still have my own predictions. So
yeah, all right,
here we go. Here's what was nominated for Best Picture in 2003. You've got Chicago, Gangs of New York, The Hours, Lord of the Rings.
Wait, which one? Which Lord of the Rings?
The two.
Oh, the second one. Okay, Two Towers.
What's it called? The Two Towers. Yeah. So the paper cut off, and I don't know Lord of the Rings well enough to. And The Pianist.
That's a Roman Polanski movie. That's a pretty good movie. Yeah. I mean, I think I remember Chicago winning this, but I think many people wanted Gangs of New York to win because Gangs of New York was amazing. So.
Yeah. So you're correct. Chicago won. Of these, I've seen parts of Chicago, never finished it. I've seen Gangs of New York. I've never seen The Hours. I've seen Lord of the Rings. I don't think I've ever seen The Pianist. Yeah,
The Pianist has Adrian Brody, I believe, if I remember right.
I like Adrian Brody.
Yeah.
But this is Roman Polanski.
Yeah, after
he's indicted.
Yeah.
So this is Roman Polanski, who's not allowed in his country, released the movie.
Right, but also the Gangs in New York is Harvey Weinstein pre all the other stuff too.
Well, you want to know something funny? I actually read about this pretty recently. So The Pianist was nominated for Best Picture. And at the time, Roman Polanski is under investigation for sleeping with minors and all this stuff like that. Raping a woman is one of the accusations. And he is literally not allowed back in the country because they will arrest him still to this day. And at the time of the 2003 Oscars, Harvey Weinstein went to the Academy and said, I don't think he should be nominated because he is a sexual predator.
Little did we know.
Yes. And the article that I read was written in 2013.
Oh, wow.
So it would be different if it was an article. Yeah. If it was an article that was written today, it would be so like
satirical,
trying to shed light on this, but right. No, that was a real thing that happened. So it was clear that he was just a little bit concerned about Roman Polanski as an artist and didn't want to run up against him because he's also was a piece of shit.
Yeah, of course. But I'm so mad that Gangs of New York did not win that because Daniel Day-Lewis, Leonardo DiCaprio, Liam Neeson. I mean, just it was fantastic film, and yeah, it was.
And
it was
the director.
I want to say
Alberto Grimaldi.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Is that the
Yeah,
director or is that the
I
producer?
think so. It might be the producer. I don't remember who directed. Oh no, Martin Scorsese directed it.
Oh, it's Scorsese. Oh, so the producers are Alberto and Harvey
Yeah.
Weinstein.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Scorsese. Oh, dude, and Scorsese direct.
That's
Dude,
what I'm saying.
of all of these that are nominated, and granted, I only saw bits and pieces of Chicago because I'm not a giant fan of that genre.
Right.
But I've never seen The Pianist. I'm sure it's probably very good.
It's I mean, it's good for what it is, but it's one of those slow kind of movies. It's not.
What's the hours?
I looked it up and said it's some kind of like psychological drama movie with what was it with Meryl Streep, Nicole Kidman, Julianne Moore, Ed Harris. I mean, it has a good cast,
Okay.
but some kind of psychological drama. I don't think I've ever seen that movie, to be honest with you. So,
Yeah. Me either. But anyway, of these, I would say Gangs of New York has got to take this. That would be my guess. It's got to be Gangs of New York.
Yeah.
This is a classic case, and part of the reason that I do these episodes of the Oscars got it wrong.
Yes.
Because often there's movies that are not the winner because for whatever political reason, whatever reason they decided who to win what, the genre of it. But at the end of the day, what's the movie that stays with us the rest of our lives and we'll watch over and over?
Gangs of New York for sure.
Gangs of New York, dude. If you're if it's a Sunday afternoon and you're having a lazy day and you just flip on, I don't know, AMC and you see Gangs of New York, you're gonna sit there and you're gonna watch it over. You know,
you're gonna watch Daniel Day-Lewis be the butcher, and you're gonna be like, "Yo, this dude's a gangster, son. Like that dude's amazing."
Yeah. I mean, two of like the greatest actors of our time. And directors, the greatest director, one of the greatest directors of our time. And I mean, if you're sitting around on a lazy Sunday and you turn on the TV and you see Chicago, you're probably gonna go, what else is on?
Yeah, you're gonna go maybe, but I'm not really feeling a musical right now. I think it's like quick.
This is one of those ones where like sometimes when I look at Rotten Tomatoes, you can't look at those numbers and judge or go off that. I do look at both numbers though, because they'll have the critics number and then the audience.
Yeah.
So they're sometimes similar, but most of the time they're very far apart. And I also don't trust the audience because people are stupid. And I believe, me personally, that the masses are not intelligent. And I have seen things get like 90 percentile, and it's really a dumb movie.
Garbage. Yeah.
Really garbage. But I do take the two numbers and kind of get and judge off that. But this is something where like the fans are probably going 95, and apparently the Academy is going like, we're gonna go with Chicago on this one. Like
for the third time, I think Chicago was remade, by the way. So it's like the third version of that, I think.
Yeah. So stupid, dude. But here's my real. So I'm gonna get into best actor and best supporting actor here. Okay. Before I do, I want to say there's a movie missing from Best Picture. There's a movie missing from a lot of categories here that personally, I think if it actually was nominated for Best Picture, it would win, or I would have a tough time deciding between that and Gangs of New York. And I'll tell you what it is in a second. I am first going to read you the best actors. Okay. So just remember that. So Best Actor nominated: Nicolas Cage for Adaptation, Michael Caine for The Quiet American, Daniel Day-Lewis for Gangs of New York, Adrian Brody for The Pianist, and Jack Nicholson for About Schmidt.
I think that's the year that Adrian Brody did win, and Daniel Day-Lewis. Daniel Day-Lewis didn't win until he played Abraham Lincoln, I think, if that was right, in that other movie. So I think
didn't he win for My Left Foot, or did he not?
I don't remember. I know I'm pretty sure he won for. I'm pretty sure he won for playing Abraham Lincoln in whatever it was called. I forgot what it was called.
I'm not to that year yet. I think it's a little newer.
It's a little further down, but
yes, Adrian Brody won. I do remember that. I like Adrian Brody a lot.
He's a great actor, fantastic actor.
He's one of my favorite villains from Peaky Blinders. That whole season is like great. Nicolas Cage is great. I'm a giant Nicolas Cage fan when it comes to 90s action fun movies. Your Con Air, your Face Off, your Gone in 60 Seconds, just to name a few.
What's so funny is I lived in Vegas when they were filming Con Air, and they were filming it there, and I remember
Oh,
seeing
really?
it a bunch of times. Yeah,
I
of
thought you were
course.
gonna
'Cause
say
they're like,
Leaving Las Vegas.
no. When they were doing Con Air, and we got to see it be filmed a bunch of times. They filmed it down by the
That's
airport, and
right.
they filmed
Yeah.
all stuff, and it was fantastic. Because that
That's
whole
so
chase scene in the
cool.
tunnel is the tunnel right by the airport. It's the only
That's
place in all of Vegas where there's actually a tunnel, and it's
And
right
at the
there
end,
at
I
the
think
airport.
the whole thing crashes into on the Vegas Strip.
Yeah. But I mean, that wasn't.
That's a great movie. That's like that's a fun 90s action right there. Nick Cage is probably the king of 90s action. With
of course, The Rock, dude. Come on.
that one too. I do think he is a phenomenal actor. I do think that he's a award-winning actor. Personally,
I still haven't seen his new movie. The what is it? The Weight of whatever it's
the
called.
massive
Weight
no.
of Talent or something.
Okay, so I did a whole review on that movie, and my biggest complaint is that the title. You should have called it the Nick Cage movie. It was the biggest fuck up of the movie. I literally watched the movie last night. I saw it in theaters, and I watched it at home last night because my wife wanted to watch it. She hadn't seen it yet, and I still can't tell you the name of it.
I was gonna say, I don't even know what it's called.
The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, I think. And you can't say it's because it's a long title, because Everything Everywhere All at Once, I remember that shit. That was a good movie.
Of course.
But Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, it doesn't roll off the tongue, and it should have been called the Nick Cage movie. It is fun. It's a fun movie, dude. It's a fun, silly comedy, and he plays himself.
That's the thing is Nick Cage is Nick Cage. The Unbearable Weight of Massive. That's just such a long. You're right. It's so long. They should have
called it the Nick Cage movie.
Nick Cage movie. Yeah,
it's about Nick Cage as an actor playing Nick Cage.
Yeah.
And the best part of the movie is that he talks to his alter ego, which is a younger version of himself when he was still popular, and he calls him Nicky. And they literally CGI a young Nick Cage into the movie.
That's hilarious.
And the conversations he had, he even kisses himself. It's it's honestly one of the funniest parts of the movie, but it's good. But adaptation, I know it's very artsy, which sometimes I like stuff like that, but that movie just didn't. I gave it a good try.
Right.
It just didn't grab me. And also, like I said, I think he is an award-winning actor. That one didn't do it for me.
And I didn't realize this was the year of Catch Me If You Can. That should have been in the.
That's what I was gonna say.
Oh, okay,
bro.
yeah.
That's what's missing. So Adrian Brody won. I've never seen About Schmidt. I did hear Jack Nicholson's he has a great performance in it, but I love Jack Nicholson, but when he's in chick flicks and rom-coms, I skip those.
Yeah,
I just skip those. I'm not a giant fan when he's in movies like that. I've never seen A Quiet American, but anyway, yeah, Dan Davis is great. So supporting actor, Ed Harris for The Hours, Chris Cooper for Adaptation, who won, by the way. Chris Cooper, don't even remember who that is. Paul Newman for A Road to Perdition.
Perdition, that's a good movie. That was a really good movie. I know, it's been a long time. I'd watch it again, though. That's a good movie, man.
John C. Reilly for Chicago was nominated, and Christopher Walken was nominated for Catch Me If You Can.
Yeah, I was looking up what movies were there. Yeah,
only nomination this movie gets.
That movie's amazing.
That movie is amazing. It has such a rewatchability factor to it. I watch it once a year.
Yeah, it's literally the action thriller comedy version of Forrest Gump. Because it follows him through all the years of his life, doing all the things that he's done. It's literally that same style of movie where you're getting the different eras and the different things he's doing. I love it. It's a great movie.
I mean, I'm not complaining that Christopher Walken was nominated for Best Supporting Actor. He should have been.
Yeah, of course.
I'm complaining that that's the only thing that's nominated from that movie, because Leonardo DiCaprio and Tom Hanks both should have gotten a Best Actor nomination for it. And definitely Leonardo DiCaprio, maybe not Tom Hanks, because as much as I loved him in it, it was still maybe not his most overwhelming performance. It was just Tom Hanks, which is always great. But Leo was fucking great. Leo played a 16-year-old, a 19-year-old, a 21-year-old, a pilot. Not even a nomination, and it's so entertaining. And it's Steven Spielberg. Does not get a director nomination. It does not get a script editing. Nothing, dude. It's insane. It's insane. It is, believe it or not, on my Christmas list. I have a list of movies I watch every year around the holidays, and Catch Me If You Can is not necessarily my December, but it's like my late November easing into my Christmas movies.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes
It
sense,
takes
actually.
place well, first of all, throughout the movie, every now and then Leonardo DiCaprio will call Tom Hanks, who's the agent who's searching for him, and he'll say, like, every time we talk, it's Christmas. He actually he's searching for him for years, and he calls him on Christmas to wish him a Merry Christmas. And at the end of the movie, when they actually do come face to face, it is on Christmas in France. And then he goes to his mom's house and finds out she started her own family. Anyway, hopefully everyone has seen this movie. I'm not spoiling it, but
if you haven't seen it, that's on you, bro.
It's phenomenal. It's such a good movie. Honestly, as good as Gangs of New York is, that would have been its toughest competition.
It 100%. That's my favorite scene is when he takes the Pan Am sticker off of the model and puts it on the check
model airplane.
Makes a check. And then, dude,
it's so good, and it's based on a true story.
Yeah.
I mean, the mom is great in it. Should have been like a supporting actress.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think who else. That's about it. There were some other girls, but they weren't in it enough, I'd say. Ben Affleck's wife. What's her name? Jennifer Gardner.
Oh yeah.
She's like, that one scene in the hotel room with him. I mean, it's just a phenomenal movie. It's probably one of my favorite films, dude. I think it's like in my top 20 at least.
It's a great movie for sure. 100%. It is one of those movies, if you flipping through the channels and you see it, you're going to stop and watch it for a little bit because it's really
That's
good,
right. It's just so good from beginning to end. Christopher Walken, I mean, just the whole story, it's so quotable too. I was that little mouse. I was that second mouse who turned it into butter. Really great, dude. Really. Oh, dude, when Tom Hanks is driving in the car with the other FBI agents, and they're all getting on him about how he's like kind of a dick, and he's like, "Would you like to hear me tell a joke?" And they're like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Knock, knock." He goes, "Who's there?" And they're like, "Go fuck yourselves." And then later on, when he's like arguing with somebody else, I forget who it is. He gets into it with somebody. I think it's like the captain who's trying to take him off the case. And he goes, "Hey, Captain, would you like to hear me tell a joke?" Knock, knock. And then the scene just cuts right there. So good, dude. It's so good. So I think that's my. Sorry, go ahead.
I'll say that sounds like a joke Uncle Joey would tell. Like he would like you.
Knock, go fuck yourselves.
Yeah, he would 100%.
Yeah. You know what's funny about Uncle Joey is that I can't get him to watch any Tom Hanks movies. He refuses to watch Tom Hanks movies. I think he says that like A League of Their Own is the only one he'll watch.
To be fair, that's a great one. The man has taste at least. So
yeah, I forget his reasoning, but there was something that Tom Hanks did publicly. I think he like cried in public or something, and Joey said that he lost all respect for him and he won't watch Tom Hanks movies anymore. And I'm like, dude, just please watch If you can watch one Tom Hanks movie, like I would say Catch Me If You Can.
I don't know, man. That'd be hard. I'd want to watch Forrest Gump. I love Forrest Gump.
Yeah, that too. I mean,
it'd be hard. It'd be hard
all
not
around.
Yeah, it's so good. Every
movie.
Yeah, 100%.
But if you were telling Uncle Joey though,
I know. Yeah,
someone who is like obviously heard about Forrest Gump and still hasn't seen it yet, because.
But I think Forrest. I mean, Leo's the bigger character.
Forrest Gump's not going to get him.
Yeah, maybe not.
It's not going to get him. It's going to be too like. It's not going to be something he's going to run to the theater. It's not his style. Yeah.
We lock him in a room and we watch him make him watch That Thing You Do.
I mean, that would be a great podcast alone, just to make him watch shit he would hate.
Oh, just hear his reaction. What is this guy doing? You're like, oh, here it goes. Let's see it.
Yeah. So I mean, Forrest Gump, but I think if I could convince him to watch any Tom Hanks movie, it would be Catch If You Can, because it's about a con artist, which I think he respects and he appreciates the art of con.
I could see that. 100%. I could see that.
So
We doing
Best
actresses or we doing
best
directors?
actress, yes, best actress. We've got Selma Hayek for Frida. Never seen it,
That's
but
right.
I do love me
It's
some
it's
Selma
a
Hayek.
biopic. It's a biopic.
A biopic,
Yeah.
a biopic.
Biopic.
Diane Lane for Unfaithful.
I hate that movie, by the way.
I don't even think I've ever seen it. I never assumed it would even be considered for any type of nomination. It seemed like a smutty, those books in the grocery store.
Yeah.
They're right next to the greeting cards.
Yeah.
Like those lust books. That's what it seems like.
It's got like a dude with his shirt open and a lady like
Yes.
rubbing her hands on him, like, oh,
Yes,
it's Fabio.
I'm
Fabio's
sure.
on every cover.
Yes, those books. Like that's what it reminds me of. Although, I mean, Diane Lane's great, so I'm sure it was deserved, and it's the only thing that's nominated is for her. But yeah, Julianne Moore for Far From Home, Nicole Kidman for The Hours, and Renee Zellweger for Chicago.
I would say, of knowing what I know, I'd probably say I know Renee Zellweger never won, so I would have to say probably Nicole Kidman won that one.
Nicole Kidman did win that one, but Zellweger has won Best Actress before.
But it was when was it though? It was like way late. It was
Recently.
It was like Bridget Jones or something, wasn't it?
No,
Like
it was like 2 years ago for Judy Garland. She played Judy.
Oh, that's right. That was actually, you know what? Fantastic in that movie. That movie
She
is
actually
amazing.
was great.
Yeah,
She
she was.
literally
She-
transformed.
She did, and you felt for Judy Garland that entire film. That was an amazing film. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, she totally deserved there.
Speaking of
director or-
transformed. Wait, no, this is not going to go where you think it's going to go. Actually, well, let me finish 2003 and then we'll go there because it's going into the other thing I wanted to talk about,
Okay,
which
okay.
is my predictions for 2023's Oscars.
Okay.
So let's just do supporting actress. We got it went to Catherine Zeta-Jones
Oh,
for
for Chicago.
Chicago.
Yeah, she was a good. Yeah, that's true.
Kathy Bates is nominated for About Schmidt. Kathy Bates is great. She's a great actress.
Amazing.
But I never seen About Schmidt. I'm sure she's great. Julianne Moore for The Hours. Wait, is she nominated for supporting and Best Actress?
Is she?
Didn't I just read Julianne Moore before?
Oh no, she was a different movie.
Oh yeah, Far From Home. She's
Far
nominated
From
for Best
Heaven, yeah.
Actress. Far From Heaven, and then The Hours.
Yeah.
Julianne Moore for The Hours for supporting actress. Didn't win either one.
I think she wins for Boogie Nights though later, doesn't she?
Oh, I don't know.
I think she does.
Okay, we got 10 minutes left on this. So it went.
Okay.
Hang on. Do you still see me or no?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, because I got a stupid pop-up here that I got to go back to. There we go. So Meryl Streep was nominated for adaptation, but of course it went to Catherine Zeta-Jones. And then Best Director, you've got Chicago by Rob Marshall. You got Gangs of New York, Martin Scorsese. The Hours of Stephen Daldry. Talk to Her. Never heard of it. Pedro Almodovar. I don't know. And then it went to Roman Polanski
For the pianist. Yeah.
for The Pianist. And Harvey
do remember that being
Weinstein
a
was pissed. He said, "How dare you let that rapist?"
How the world turns, right?
I would say shame on them that Spielberg is not nominated for Catching If You Can, and Martin Scorsese, I think, also should have won this.
Oh, 100%.
Instead of the rapist.
Yeah.
Dude, I respect artsy, slower, good storytelling movies, but Polanski is by far, I think, overrated as a director.
Agreed.
I mean,
Maybe he's got something on people, though. Maybe he's got something on people. We don't know.
I've never seen Rosemary's Baby.
Yeah.
That seems to be like his bread and butter to me.
That's all right.
I saw Chinatown. That was him, right?
Yeah. But that movie's so long, honestly.
It's so long and slow, but it's a good enough story. It kept me.
It is, but it's just
it kept me the whole time, but it also kind of ended bad.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just didn't think it was that great of a movie. A little overrated.
I mean, everyone refers to it as the screenplay you should read if you want to be a screenwriter, and the movie you should watch because it has
Chinatown?
every major beat, every single piece of a script. It's solid. There's no weak points. It's just slow.
Paramount read it and was like, "We got to make this."
Yeah.
and then they put plan. So I actually just finished watching The Offer, which is a series on Paramount.
I know. I want to watch that. I haven't got to watch it yet, but I'm excited because it looks amazing.
I was watching them as they aired, and they only aired one a week, so I had to wait. And so, but now they're all out. So if you want to binge them,
they
are pretty good. Dude, Miles Teller's great. The kid who plays Al Pacino, holy fuck, dude.
Really?
But yeah, the guy who played Marlon Brando was okay. He wins you over by the end. It's a tough shoes to fill. I mean, so is Al Pacino's. But the guy Al Pacino's voice, the guy does the voice he like nails Al Pacino's voice from that era. Like that's exactly how he sounded.
Yeah, of course.
It's good, dude. It's good. Check it out. But
I'm gonna watch it because I'm very excited and intrigued to see how that developed, because I've heard the stories, like I've heard about how hard it was to get made and whatever, and so I would like to see it. At the
same time, Paramount was trying to get Chinatown made. Like they were working on both at the same time. They're like, we got Roman Polanski to get on this, so they kind of talk about that in the show.
That's
really good. Okay. Yeah, so we've only got a couple minutes left here.
Yep, 6 minutes.
6 minutes. What I want to do is I want to talk about upcoming predictions really quickly. And I'm a little worried because they were released so early in the year, but I still think that these are things that we should see. Mm-hmm. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
I want to be nominated.
Best Picture nomination, director, maybe even editor.
Right.
I don't think it's based off of a book, so not adaptation. So I think maybe original screenplay. Best Actress. Michelle, I think it's Yeoh, you pronounce it. Mm-hmm. Best Supporting Actor, I think should go to, I always forget his real name. It's so terrible that I want to call him Short Round.
yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't know his name either.
The little boy from the Goonies and Indiana Jones grows up and he's in this movie. I forget his real name. I'm so sorry. But he's a great actor. We haven't seen him in years. I think he should win. He should get at least nominated. I'm not saying win, nominated for Best Supporting. I think the older Asian guy who in real life is 90 years old, who plays the father in that movie from Big Trouble in Little China. I think he should get a supporting actor nomination. Okay, now that being said, we move on. I just saw Elvis.
I heard it's great. I haven't seen it yet.
Austin Butler deserves a Best Actor nomination, and he deserves to win it. I'm saying win. And I haven't even seen anybody else's. It's too early to tell. There could be great movies at the end of the year that we're going to want to see stuff.
Nope is coming out, so I think Nope's going to get something.
That's going to get some stuff. And then there's a bunch of stuff. There's a new movie from, I forget who it is, the guy who did Fighter. He does like a lot of stuff with Christian Bale, and he's got a new movie coming out, Christian Bale. And there's a lot of stuff that's going to come later. But so far, dude, Austin Butler is, I would say, up there, if not better performance than Rami Malek doing Freddie Mercury.
Wow.
Because when you think Elvis, I thought to myself, it's going to be so hard for anyone to do it and to not seem like another Elvis impersonation.
Yes. Yeah.
And I'm not saying this guy is the perfect Elvis, but I'm saying we ain't going to get much closer than that.
Well, I mean, when Priscilla Presley came out and said it, that was just fantastic, Yeah, the whole family was supportive of the film. So for me, that says
I've read about it a lot. I mean, he dedicated like his life to becoming. Dude, there's parts of the movie where I thought they used real Elvis scenes, and it wasn't. It was fucking Austin Butler, dude.
I've heard that. I've heard that he's so convincing that people are like, oh my gosh. Yeah. Like,
so don't let me overhype it for you. It is
my family went and saw it. I was doing some stand-up stuff, so I couldn't go see it, so I didn't go see it. But I will watch it. I heard it's amazing. And I love Elvis. So.
There's a lot to pick on, and it's all director's choices, it's all editing and how long it feels and how it moves. As far as but during those parts, you're still hooked because he's mesmerizing. That guy, Austin Butler, is an instant movie star, dude. Instant.
That's awesome.
So those are my predictions so far for the year, for the 2023. I'm excited.
Well, I mean, for me, the next movies that I'm excited about is Nope, Jordan Peele, and then also the trailer for Clerks 3 just came out. And,
I heard about that.
And I'm a huge Kevin Smith fan, so for me, those two things are very much what I'm looking forward to for the at least for this year so far. I haven't.
Yeah, there's some stuff. I think there's supposed to be a Dune 2 coming out. I'm sure that's going to get some nominations, and I heard Austin Butler's in it. So yeah, there's gonna be, it's gonna be an interesting year. I know that the Academy it's fucking bunch of fake people who never do the right thing, but I still
can
get
hope.
very excited.
We can
I
hope.
still like, I still love movies so much, you know what I mean? I just like watching it. I like knowing who won. And then it's still fun even when they get it wrong, because when we can have podcasts like this and talk shit about them. The message of today's podcast is, of all these nominations we mentioned, go watch Catch Me If You Can if you haven't already. It was a shame it was excluded from this year, 2003. That's the message I want to put out there. And guys, go see James and Darren Carter in San Antonio, Texas at the end of the month. So you can follow James at the Clean Comedy Podcast on Instagram.
That's correct.
I'm about to be his guest right now on that podcast, so check it out. I am probably the least clean thing about that show, but I'll try to behave. And guys, as I said in the beginning, I'm taking a little breather because I also just recorded my special, so I am working on new material. So I'm staying in LA, grinding it out, old school mics, bar shows, comedy clubs, and I'm super excited about new stuff that I can't wait to tell James about on his podcast that we're about to record. So make sure you follow him and go listen to that. Besides that, I'll see you guys in Little Rock, Arkansas, August 31st through September 4th. Then I'm coming to Omaha, Nebraska on September 15th, Lincoln, Nebraska, September 16th. And then I got Boston, Massachusetts. I'll have more. Tickets are not on sale for that one yet. I just found out about the date today. So I'll keep you guys posted on that one. And besides that, you guys, please subscribe. I need some love over my YouTube. I need some love over my Instagram. I'm getting shadow banned like a motherfucker. So everything's Agostino Zoida across the board. And I'll see you guys next time. Don't forget that only love can save the world. I'm Agostino Zoida. This is Homeschool Podcast. Peace. See you guys next week.
Homeschool Podcast. Homeschool.
The homeschool podcast. Why? Because he was homeschooled.
I don't want to do that.
Okay.
I don't want to do that at all.